Tell us what our theme is.
This week, it's the Whiteout White House.
You want me to explain or you want to explain?
Yeah, go ahead. I want you to explain it.
So I've been looking at how the control grid is coming together and what that has to do with Doge. We just recorded news trends and stories for the quarterly, and I was doing a very deep dive on a lot of the coverage on Dove and some of the court cases. And what I realized was, and this is a theory, so we'll see how so I've been saying you're doing all these different things to build the control grid, and then you're shutting down the tools you don't need for the unipolar world because that's gone. And I realized, a lot of these shutdowns or layoffs is whiteout. It's whiteout because if you look, for example, at HUD, they're planning.
And what do you mean? What's the word whiteout mean to you?
Okay, so for those who remember when we still used typewriters, there used to be a little product called Whiteout that you would cover up the type and then you could type over it. And Andrew Cockburn wrote a book about whiteout being how the CIA manipulated the media. So whiteout is when you use that way as a cover up. It's a way you cover the story. And I realized, oh my God, if you look at some of these actions, so you're privatizing all this data to build your control grid over here. You're shutting down these power tools that you don't need over here, and you're going to leave in place the parts of the government you need to control. But what you're doing with many of these agencies is you're shutting down the files and the people who have the records of the financial coup. Now, that's my theory. We'll see what happens. But I think, so 50% of the people at HUD are going to be laid off. And if you look at what they're doing with both the data and the records, I think the chances that this operation is not just a re-engineering. You're whiting out, everything that's gone on over the last 20 or 30 years that everybody, certainly the Epstein network, would love to see buried. So,
okay. All right. So that's your working theory.
My working theory is you're leaving what you need in place to control. You're taking the data and the asset. Well, right now they're taking the data. I think they're teeing up the plunder to take the assets. But then you're trying to white out what's left so that nobody has the grounds to come back and say, oh, well, you stole 21 trillion or, any of these other things.
Yeah. Okay. So there's no record of what you've done.
Right. So the federal government has been engaged, whether financially or in terms of operations, with significant criminal activities, and that needs to all be whited out.